This is the path the wolf took by FARINA, illustrated by ELLIS. This is the path the wolf took through the woods. This is where he met a red-caped girl on her way to her grandmother's house. This is the shortcut the wolf took to get there first. This is where the grandma heard the swish of a wolf's tail tickling her window. Who's there? But then Sir Gabriel, slayer of dragons and sometimes wolves, rode out of the forest on his trusty steed. His armor was made of truth, his shield was made of glory, and his sword was made of courage. This is where he sent the wolf, whimpering back into the woods. That's not how Daddy reads it. I don't want the wolf in the story. He's too scary. In my story, nothing bad happens. But what about Grandma? What big ears do you have? They just eat ice cream instead. But what about Grandma? What big teeth you have? They have normal teeth. They use them to eat ice cream. Did you know that I can play the piano with my bum? Psych. Let's read a different story. This is the path the wolf took through the woods. This is where he found a little pig building a house of straw. When the pig saw the wolf, he ran inside and shut the door. Little pig, let me come in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll... But then, as noble as a crown with a crown on the top, Sir Gabriel rode out of the forest on his trusty steed, and when one flash of his sword, he sent the wolf howling back into the woods. Come back, wolf. I told you, nothing bad happens in my story. When Mommy reads this, there are two other pigs. In this story, they're just in their house watching TV. Mommy's way is better. I'll go get her. Mommy! Wait, there's a dragon. Oh, cool. This is where a dragon swooped out of the sky. He set fire to the straw and melted the ice cream. Luckily, Sir Gabriel was a slayer of dragons, and he banished it to the far reaches of the kingdom. And he was also a firefighter, so he put out the fire. And then he got everyone more ice cream. Only this time, he made sundaes with hot fudge, sauce, and cherry on top. Mommy, can we go out for ice cream? Mommy, don't you want to hear the end? I don't like your stories. This is where Sir Gabriel looked for a noble quest, but all he found were baby bunnies wiggling their noses. This is where Sir Gabriel picked the petals off a daisy. This is where he undid his shoes and then did them up again. Undid them and did them up again. Undid them and did them up again. This is where Sir Gabriel sold his sword at a garage sale because he wasn't really using it anymore. And this is where Sir Gabriel realized that he was a hero of a very boring story. I have a new story, Mia. Does it have a wolf? Yes. This is the path the wolf took through the woods. Help, help, cried a piggish voice. Sir Gabriel heard the call and mounted his trusty steed. This is where he heard the sound of straw walls falling. This is where he heard the sound of stick walls clattering to the ground. This is where he saw a brick house in the clearing and a wolf blowing on the door. The wolf's ears were the size of pizza slices. His eyes were the size of bicycle wheels. His teeth were the size of a T-Rex teeth. And the T-Rex teeth were the size of mountains. This is where Sir Gabriel felt his breath huff and puff inside his chest. This is where he felt his own eyes go big. What big eyes he had! Grr! Sir Gabriel gulped and then he stepped right in front of the wolf. The wolf growled so loudly that all the the bowls of ice creams shook. "Get out of my way," the wolf snarled. But Sir Gabriel didn't move. He wiped his sweaty palms on his gleamed armor. He hummed one of his many heroic songs that he had been written about in his heroic deeds. Hooray for Sir Gabriel, the noblest of knights. He isn't scared of wolves, and he doesn't need night lights. When his heart stopped beating so fast, he yelled, "Wolf, you might scare grandmas, you might scare pigs, but you don't scare me." And he stared right into the wolf's eyes. Gulp. This is where the wolf blinked. Then what happened? The wolf said, "Gotta go. I think something bad is about to happen." This is the path the wolf took through the woods. And this is where they all lived happily ever after. The end.